Hey everyone, welcome to tonight's recap of the American Idol Season 9 premiere.
Paula's gone. What will we do?
Yeah.
I know. We'll get 8 guest judges for the auditions, and then we'll get a new permanent judge called Ellen Degeneres. And yeah, we'll salvage Season 9 starting in Boston tonight.
So the judges for this city were Kara, Randy, Simon, and guest judge Posh Spice, aka Victoria Beckham.
I like to call her Vicky because we're close like that. Alright, so Janet McNamara started off the night, and she likes to play the American Idol video game.
She's like, I've been singing forever, but I just started being good like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Meaning she just started doing well in the video game, which does not determine good singing.
First of all, lose the belly shirt. Because it's not a belly shirt on you, it's a gut shirt. And it's a no. Because, you know, kids, you just knew it wasn't going to be good. When you saw her jumping up and down and drinking all that water in the bathroom with her gut hanging out, you just knew it couldn't be good.
And it wasn't. So moving on. Next up was Maddie Curtis. She was the 9th child of 12. That's crazy in the first place. But then
Right.
4 of her brothers have Down syndrome.
I just got to mention, the first contestant was Janet, and the second one was Maddie. How weird is that?
It is.
Okay, so she sang that song Hallelujah, you know, the one that's in Shrek, and it was really awesome. I really liked her a lot. I'm hoping that she's going to go far. Yeah, she really does.
She got 4 yeses.
Okay, did anybody pick up on the Kara creepy vibe when she turned to Posh Spice and goes, I really like you. You have good energy.
Yeah, so it was creepy.
Yeah. Pat Forde was up next, sang Womanizer.
Oh, no.
He was very annoying, but I actually really liked when he called Simon sassy.
I found that quite amusing. But it was a no.
It was a no. Then there were 3 yeses from production no ones. Jennifer Hirsch, Claire Fuller, and Jess Wolfe. Those were all yeses. Then Family Guy was up next. I like to call him Italian Family Guy. He came from a big Italian family. His name is Amadeo Diriccio. Mwah.
He was a little too yelly for me.
I'm going to make a call here. I'm going to throw a penalty flag out and call this a charity yes. I'm sorry. Don't send the mafia after me. Sorry. But I really think it was a charity yes. Derek Hilton was up next. He looked like Fabio's love child.
But in a bad way.
I felt kind of bad for him. He had like that Keith voice, you know, the guy who sang that Madonna song.
Okay.
It reminded me of him a lot. And it was a no.
Too nasally.
Yeah.
And crazy.
Then there was a montage of no's, which is always very sad. It's broken dreams. I hate that. I do have to say, though, I do like the new format of the American Idol where they trying to get away from the freak show and just focusing more on the positive than they had in the past. I don't think
so. I kind of disagree.
Well, they're still showing some little outrageous behavior, but it's much far less.
Such as that of anime freak
Mary Doyle.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a no, sweetie.
She's like, I've been training for this for 14 years, so how dare you? And
we'll see. We'll just see about that.
Yes, we will.
I don't think the drawing was too good either. All right, so Luke Schaffer and Benjamin Bright, they were hanging out in the prep room, and they were harmonizing. They were both yeses. Then my favorite contestant of the night was up next. Evil Clark Kent, I like to call him. And he's single. What a shock.
Real name, Andrew Fenlon.
He was awesomely rude.
Okay.
And even Simon appreciated
We're trying to debate if this guy was for real or not.
I think he was.
I'm thinking he's just really sarcastic.
I loved his personality.
I'm thinking he knew what he was doing.
Yeah. I loved the way he worked the judges. Kara was so pissed off she was ready to kill him. Secretly, I think she probably got his phone number and is going to be calling him after the show. But I love that guy. Unfortunately, it was a no. He kind of reminded me, not so much in personality, but like he was trying to do the same thing that guy did last year. Who, the chubby guy who, he made it like the top 36.
No,
whatever. You
I don't
remember
think
him.
so.
Same concept, but not
really.
exactly the
But,
same personality.
He wasn't horrible, but he wasn't
horrible.
good.
I would have liked to have seen him go through just for the...
I would have just liked to have heard another song to see what he could do.
Yeah,
but...
just for the bikini factor of it all, I would have liked to have seen him go through. All right, so Nose up next, Bill Bloom and Michael Ryan. I think they're trying to tell you guys that you should get your money back from the conservatories that you're studying at. All right, Ashley Rodriguez. She sang that Alicia Keys song that's very difficult to sing. I just heard somebody sing it at the studio the other night, and it is difficult. So, Kerosene is a commercial gold line. Gold mine. Cha-ching.
Maybe a gold line, too. I don't know.
Okay. Simon thinks she has it.
Do you?
I
We'll
think
find out.
I think I do think she has it. It was a yes for her.
Yeah.
Then the two broken-wristed drummer was up next. Tyler Grady.
He was the total package.
And he had some snappy 70s clothing.
I was liking him.
I was digging him too. It was a yes. So that was day one. So him and 17 others have made it so far from day one. Now it's day two, and it starts off with a Boston history lesson. It wasn't really accurate. All right. Waitress Lisa Olivero was up first.
I did not like this girl. She had an attitude and nothing to back it up.
She was a typical waitress. Are you ready to order? She had lots of promises, but didn't quite close the deal, as you said.
Yes.
So Ryan Keane was up next. He kicked off a no montage of craziness. There was, yeah.
Yeah, well, things brightened up a little bit with Mike Davis, who works on the Codzilla boat thing. He's a tour guide.
That thing looked cool.
Yeah.
I think I would be crapping in my pants on that boat.
Well, he was a yes.
Yes. And then 16-year-old Katie Stevens, whose grandmother has Alzheimer's disease, and she just kicked off a whole rest of the show of like tearjerkers pretty much, except for one. Yeah, she was really good. She sang that song At Last, another really tough song to sing. She made it through resoundingly, yes. And Ryan, I think, actually cried.
I think he did.
I was shocked because I thought he was a robot. Maybe it was just an oil leak. Who knows? All right, Joshua Blaylock. It's his last shot.
Because he's 28. That's the cutoff age.
Yeah. And even though he is 28, he looks and comes off very young. So the judges didn't like that. So this was a whole weird thing where...
They were trying to make him
yeah,
act like
toughen
tough.
up.
And he was like told to tell Simon to shut up. So
yeah.
he was like, shut up, please?
Yeah. And then Randy said, he had to repeat back, no one's going to beat my A. That was just really weird. But it was a yes. They gave him a shot. Then there was just a bad montage up next of like just freeze up.
People forgetting the words.
Yeah. And just bad singing. Just really bad. Then Justin Williams, the cancer survivor, was up next. I thought he had a really great story.
I think he seems like a really good person in general.
And he actually has talent. So that was a yes. I'm interested to see how far he's going to go because I really liked him. Then Norberto Guererro. He's inspired by Michael Jackson.
Really? I couldn't tell.
Well, he looks more like LaToya Jackson, but I really liked him. He couldn't sing, but he was a really nice guy. And I really liked his personality. I'm glad they didn't, dig into him too much.
It was a no.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Bosa Mora up next. His parents are both from Nigeria, and they met here, and they had him. And others. So, during this audition, Victoria called out Simon for the eye roll thing. You know what, Victoria? He's been on the show for 9 seasons. Let him do what he will.
Okay.
But it was a yes for Bosa Mora.
Yeah, some of the judges thought he was a little bit boring.
Yeah.
So it was kind of unclear if he was going to make it or not.
I wouldn't call him boring. I would just call him not exciting. There's a difference. All right, last contestant of the show for tonight, Leah Laurenti. She grew up with really strict parents. She's 22 years old, and she was pretty much confined to singing church music. But when she sang, her voice was so jazzy and had such a mellow quality to it. I loved it. I think she's been doing some singing on the side because you don't get a jazzy voice like that from church music.
No.
So it was a yes for her, and 31 others total from Boston. So not too shabby for Beantown. Tomorrow, it's Hotlanta! An hour and a half show. So I think it starts at 8 o'clock. 9 o'clock, I think. So yeah, we'll be there. I hope you will be too. Till tomorrow night. Much love.